Welcome back. In the ongoing saga of the Internet Computer Protocol, one of the top AI cryptos in the blockchain ecosystem, now we are seeing even more metrics spiking potential bull run and definitely bull signals coming from the Internet Computer on-chain activity. Now, as you guys know, we are, when I'm recording this video, in the middle of 2025, which is the 12 to 18 month time frame after the Bitcoin halving, which is historically when we see the most volatility and most violent uptrending price moves in altcoins and in the Bitcoin price. And as you guys know, while yes, altcoins, including Internet Computer, did perform in the end of 2024 into 2025, we've had massive pullbacks to the tune of 50, 60, 70, even 90% in some cryptos. Well, now we're seeing indicators that show that the Internet Computer Protocol may be gaining some more traction as we've been covering the AI capability launch, the significant increase in transaction throughput on the chain, and much, much more. And in today's video, we're going to go through some of the updated metrics and kind of understand what may be going on here from a price perspective and a transaction and other metrics perspective, and why these are flashing bullish. Don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. Remember, we upload every single day of the year to bring you the latest happening in the financial world completely for free. All that I ask you guys to do on these videos is give the video a free thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up are free. Crypto is not. You can also become a channel member if you like these videos and want to help support the channel financially. Click the join button down below to learn how you become a channel member for less than $2 a month. And so thank you to all of our channel members and all the people who give the video a thumbs up every single day. But anyway, let's get into Internet Computer Protocol. So as you guys know, we have been extensively covering the Internet Computer's technological capabilities, and more recent product updates, including the launch of Caffeine AI, which was the first AI iteration that can actually write and code programs, dApps, and other things for you, and then deploy them directly on the Internet Computer Protocol. And this is where we saw significant increase in the transaction throughput of the network, actually at certain times surpassing Solana's transaction per second throughput by a factor of 2. And when we're talking about the other blockchains, I mean, no other blockchain even comes close to where Internet Computer or Solana are from a transaction throughput perspective. And as we theorize, these transaction throughput increase seems to be an upgrade to the functionality of the network, but also an upgrade because now there's more usage due to the deployment of their AI capabilities. But that's from a technical side. From a price side, people are buying ICP. Now, Whale Alert posted that 500,000 Internet Computer coins, which is worth about $3 million at the time, was transferred to one wallet on the Internet Computer. That person bought 1 million ICP in 1 hour. 1 million. And so when we understand kind of what this means, we have to really kind of break down like what is the sentiment in the market. And so to buy 1 million coins at about $5 and something cents, that's over $5 million in ICP in one fair swoop, right? And why would somebody be doing that? Well, these kind of line up with where we are in the cycle, right? This happened on June 12th. June 3rd is when Caffeine AI launched. Just a few days later, I even told you guys this was on June 12th. Maybe this was the signal. Compute AI, which is an AI program saying an AI agent DPIN aggregator built on community compute. This Web3 GPU protocol is where gamers, developers, and AI builders don't just use the system, they power it via the Compute AI coin. They said on X, the same day we saw 1 million coins getting purchased, they say, we're thrilled to share that our AI agent has been released on the Internet Computer Protocol. You can visit the newly revamped website at compute.ai to try it out today. The Compute, I keep saying compute. The Compute AI agent is designed for community engagement and campaign operation automation, leveraging open source large language models. This AI agent, it will enable transparent and cost-effective automation for Web3 projects and communities looking to effectively grow and manage their community channels. Whoa. This is big, guys. This is really big. So let's kind of break this down. Let's like really kind of zoom out and understand where this is, because I am very bullish on Internet Computer Protocol. Let's be clear on that. I don't know where ICP stands from a sentiment check perspective, because Internet Computer had a really bad launch. We know that. We know that a lot of people, I think I saved a tweet of somebody who posted their screenshot from when they purchased Internet Computer, and it was like in the $200 or $300 range. Like a lot of people did that in 2021. It was at the peak of the market. Everybody was super excited. Internet Computer was launching. And then we had FTX and Alameda basically manipulating the market and pulling the price down. And Internet Computer suffered for years because of that. But think about, in just 4 years since its launch, Internet Computer is now the fastest blockchain from a transaction throughput perspective on the planet by a significant margin. They're also the only one that can deploy and run apps that are hosted on the Internet Computer. They're the only blockchain that has an AI capability where you can use a large language model to write a program and code the program and then deploy it and host it on the Internet Computer for you. This is big, big technology. And it's not just like pie in the sky where they talk about it and they're not actually delivering. We know that these capabilities are possible. The team at Dfinity,
just recently.
Sorry if the audio got loud. The team at Dfinity actually showed at the beginning of June this AI capability, which again, no other chain has or is using. And really most other chains, they can't host programs either, right? They don't have storage capacity. They don't have transaction throughput capacity. And so this really puts Internet Computer in a very unique position. And again, Hedera has already said that they're going to utilize Internet Computer's capabilities with AI to really power the Hedera AI capabilities. That's huge. We see people buying millions of coins in one shot the same day that Compute announces that they released their AI agent. So the second AI agent is now living on Internet Computer Protocol. We also know that the dispersion of coins continue to adjust, right? So ICP whales, which are between 10,000 and 100,000 ICP whales have dropped sharply, while humpback whales with more than 100,000 Internet Computer Protocol coins ramped up their holdings. And so this is the full list of where you are in the world of sea creatures in crypto, right? Plankton, shrimp, crab, octopus, fish, dolphin, shark, whale, and humpback whale. And so we see humpback whales increasing while whales are decreasing. This could show consolidation with large holders. This could also show that institutions or large companies are getting involved. As you guys know, we had the likes of Mario Nawfal, who has the largest show on X in Spaces. They were at the Internet Computer Caffeine AI release. They're following and watching what the Internet Computer is doing. I showed you guys Citibank employees were at this conference as well. They're also watching what Internet Computer is doing. We heard Sam Altman from OpenAI discussing at some kind of conference, basically the Internet Computer without naming the Internet Computer. He named all the capabilities and technology of the Internet Computer. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if this chain, if this ecosystem is getting very, very large investments from some very, very large, big names out there, potentially banks, potentially AI companies, potentially companies that are looking to implement AI. And because they have a very unique technology and capabilities, the Internet Computer is unlike any other blockchain. And so while other blockchains that like connecting Ethereum to Solana doesn't really do anything in terms of enhancing capabilities, Other blockchains that interact or connect with the internet computer are able to do a lot. And by the way, the internet computer can also interact with other blockchains because of its ability to write and read on other blockchains through chain fusion or chain key cryptography. They're able to bridge data and information and money from one chain to another natively on the internet computer, at least from my understanding. And so we're also seeing the largest internet computer holders, known as humpback whales, steadily accumulating more ICP. You can see that right here. The whales in the beginning of 2025 had about 400 million coins, and now they have about 409 million coins. So they continue to increase. And again, these are the humpback whales with over 100,000 ICP. So these are like top of the top. And so they're going to slowly, steadily increase. Typically with smaller wallets, you would see massive jumps, right? So somebody goes from a crab and then they make money in Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then they rotate their money into ICP. And then instead of being a crab, now they're a fish. They step up 2 levels or something like that. That's typical when you see kind of where we are in the cycle, where people are rotating out of profit coins and they're moving into unprofitable coins or undervalued coins. And in my view, internet computer is there because of the AI capabilities, of the storage, of the compute, of the cross-chain interoperability. All of these things are very, very bullish, but we're not seeing the internet computer price move. And some of this could have to do with the fact that people are just not aware. They just don't know that, the internet computer has all these capabilities and can do all of these things. Now, CoinDesk updated on some of the internet computer functionality and metrics the other day. They said CoinDesk 20 performance update, the internet computer surges 21.4% over the weekend. Now, this is obviously from a price perspective, but why is it moving? Well, 19 of the 20 assets in the CoinDesk 20 are trading higher. And you can clearly see that internet computer, and this was, again, right after, it's probably after you're watching this video, because you may go to the price and say, Cryptoviser, it's not 21% higher. This was recorded before you're watching this. So keep that in mind. The price is not going to update as time goes on. But anyway, this is what went on. And this kind of just tells me kind of where people are looking, right? Because the CD20 only increased 3.3%, but ICP increased 21.4%. So clearly there's people buying. Clearly the price is moving. Clearly there's other activity that people are interested in. And why are they interested in internet computer? Well, because of the capabilities, especially with the integration of AI. Now, A16Z Crypto, which we know is the venture capital arm for crypto of A16Z, or Andreessen Horowitz, they said, who will control AI in the future? Big centralized companies or community of users? Blockchain can counterbalance many of the centralizing forces we're already seeing in AI. Together, these trends enable useful applications. Here are 11 crypto and AI use cases, from decentralized physical infrastructure to IP registries for creators. And they link to this article. Now, let's kind of go through this, right? So this is the AI to crypto crossover. This is a pretty long article, so we're not going to go through every single thing. But basically, the idea that crypto can build better AI systems and vice versa isn't new. Some intersecting areas, like verifying proof of humanity, given the proliferation of low-cost AI systems, are already attracting builders and users. But other use cases seem years, if not decades, away. So they're going to share 11 use cases at the intersection of crypto and AI to help kickstart conversations about what's possible. Now let's just see if ICP is even in here. I don't think it is. Internet computer. No. Close, but not there. So let's just kind of go through these rapidly, and then we'll go back to what Dominic said. So they're talking about persistent data and context and AI interactions. Obviously, that's important. Universal identity for agents. Identity, the canonical record of who or what a thing is silent plumbing that enables today's digital discovery, aggregation, and payment systems. And so what does internet computer have? They have internet computer identity, similar to like single sign-on. So if you work at a company, you can get in pretty much all the systems with the same username and password, right? Same kind of thing over there. forward compatible proof of personhood as AI becomes more pervasive. Powering bots and agents across all manners of web interactions, including deepfakes and social media manipulation, is increasingly difficult to know whether you're interacting with a real human online. I mean, just go look at the comments, guys. I mean, not necessarily on this video, go on other crypto videos. I would say like at least 50% of the comments are bots. We've done a very good job on this channel of blocking most of the bot accounts. But yeah, there's certain crypto ecosystems that if you mention them, you will get an immense amount of bots, right? Clearly people who don't watch the channel, clearly non-human, and they're just bots, right? And so, yeah, utilizing AI to kind of identify those and prove that there is an actual human. I don't know that it's ever going to actually be fixed because I feel like the AI agents will be able to overcome other blocks or proof of humanity checks. I think that people are just going to have to be a little bit smarter with understanding that most interactions are probably AI driven. But anyway, moving right along, decentralized physical infrastructure or DPIN for AI. This is something that has been big on other ecosystems like Solana, but not in AI, right? Not having to do with AI. So two of the biggest barriers to AI advancement have been energy and access to chips. Decentralized energy can help make more power available, but builders are also using DPIN. And again, that's decentralized physical infrastructure. So think about like a server room that's running nodes for a blockchain that's powered and paid for by the community, right? I guess that's similar. But anyway, builders are also using DPIN to aggregate unused chips from gaming PCs, data centers, and other sources. These computers can come together to form a permissionless compute marketplace, leveling the playing field for building new AI products. They also talk about infrastructure and guardrails for interactions between AI agents and end service providers with users, keeping AI and vibe coded apps in sync. They talk about micropayments that support revenue sharing. And by the way, keep in mind, AI is going to have to interact with payments, right? So if you tell an AI like, hey, pay my bill, they need to be able to do that. And I don't necessarily know the way to do that is give them access to all of your financial products, although that may be. Maybe you fund the AI and then the AI is able to pay. But how are they going to pay? Probably through stable coins, right? Something to keep in mind. Blockchains as a registry for intellectual property and provenance, right? Utilizing NFT type of technology to prove that you own that patent or you own that product or whatever it is. Web crawlers that help compensate content creators, privacy preserving ads that are tailored and not creepy, and AI companions owned and controlled by humans. This is what A16Z talked about for the AI and crypto crossovers. And Dominic, the founder of Dfinity and chief scientist over there, said that Internet Computer adds verifiable and secure on-chain inference and self-writing blockchain apps. Now, why is that important? The question of why it's important goes into the niche and the category of Internet Computer being the only blockchain ecosystem that can do these things. Like if you think about if you go to a casino, right, and you hit the button and it says that you won, and then you go to cash out and they're like, nope, there was an error, you didn't actually win. How do you prove that you actually won, right? It's very hard. And so they have logs that can do that. But if it's controlled by a centralized company, right, maybe there's an error, maybe there's fraud going on or something like that. And so essentially, like one of the use cases for blockchain is to validate or verify that something actually occurred. And this is what some of the online crypto casinos have tried to conceptualize into a blockchain for casinos. Those haven't really worked out that much. I would imagine mostly because of regulatory issues. But yeah, I mean, you want to be able to verify, like, did this function actually pay the gambler, or was there an error on the screen, right? Because at the end of the day, that will show you that. Same thing for verifiable and secure on-chain inference. You know, does Dominic own this home that he says he's selling? I want to buy the home, but if he doesn't really own the home, then I'm just giving him money and I'm not getting anything in return. So being able to verify, yes, Dominic owns this home. Yes, Dominic has the power to actually sell it. or whatever we're talking about for that matter. And that's really interesting. And then the self-writing blockchain apps. This is you just typing in what you want and it does it. It builds it for you. Think about all the people who went to school for years and years or just worked for years and years, building websites for people, building applications for people. And now, number one, they can use this tool to help make things easier for them. But number two, somebody with no experience, no abilities to do this, or no, formal education, they can build apps on their own. And I think that this is going to be a really interesting business for people until more people just start using the AI capabilities themselves to create these things. But it is going to disrupt the job market, I think, around the world. And it's similar to like, our days coal miners, like coal mining is not really a thing anymore. I mean, it is, but it's not really that big. And a lot of the places they closed coal mines over the last, 50, 100 years or whatever, a lot of the issue was people were like, well, what are we going to do? This is the only job in our town. And yeah, unfortunately, we live in the world where you have to kind of figure these things out on your own and prepare. And so you have to start utilizing these tools and see how they can make your job easier, how your job can be disrupted. Maybe you need to get into a new career path. These things are all fine. The idea that you're just going to work a job for 40 years in the same job at the same company and then you're going to retire and there's going to be no hiccups, and that's not the economy that we live in anymore, right? Our parents, our grandparents, great grandparents, maybe they lived in that, but we're not living in that time frame anymore. And there's going to be a lot of jobs disrupted. People going to school right now, people going into debt in college right now for degrees that are literally going to be replaced by AI. But here's the deal, like we're not there yet where AI is just replacing the jobs, but you can if you have a job, utilize AI to make yourself more efficient and more, I would say, just being able to get things done better. And so a lot of people around the world, I mean, pretty much everybody is going to have to navigate this and figure out what they can do. I mean, personally, I think that if you have a job a lot of people don't think that their job can be replaced. We just found out recently that Amazon is filling like 75% of their orders with robots. No more humans. No more humans. And so that is big, because that's like those jobs used to, like, they have places where they just put warehouses for these different companies. And so that's the job for the town, right? And so you get fired or quit at one company, you just go to another one. But if they start just automating and putting robots, everybody in that town is not going to have a job anymore. And so what do? You can't wait until you're laid off. I mean, I think it was Google just laid off, 20 or 30% of their workforce in certain categories. And so if all those people are getting laid off at the same time, they're all going to be looking for jobs, and they're all going to think, oh, well, I'll just find a job at another company. But it's like, no. All the companies are getting rid of these departments or specialties because the AI can do it, and they want to focus more on AI. So you either need to get into the AI realm or you're going to be left behind. And if you don't do it or you wait to do it, somebody else will, and they'll be ahead. So you have to start now. And it's very hard for a lot of people because they're navigating, the world where, and I think this is why Doge did not get as much downsizing of the government as they wanted or sought out to do, because the government employs a lot of people who want to do a really good job, but they're not incentivized the same way that private companies are to innovate. And so they end up doing a job like Elon Musk said, to retire, people would be in tunnels and it would take 6 months just to process one person's paperwork that they're getting retired. And that is now being replaced by, obviously, computers. But think about that. Like, those people in those jobs, they would have just kept doing that their whole life, right? And there would have been, and there's more efficient ways to do it, faster and cheaper ways to do it. But they're not incentivized to improve. They're just incentivized to keep things status quo. And I'm not saying these people are bad. I'm just saying they're not incentivized, right? If they said, listen, we need to fix this. You guys have been working this job for 20 years and we need to make this more efficient. You guys have like a year to make it more efficient. they would probably make it more efficient, right? Because their job is on the line to make it more efficient. So there's an incentive there. And I think that where Doge switched is they said, well, we just need to encourage the government employees to do to want better and to make things like want to make things more efficient so that their job is easier, right? But yeah, AI is going to replace a lot. And I don't think that people are ready for, I really don't think people are ready for it. I mean, call centers, they already outsource all these call centers to other countries anyway. And now, I mean, they only need a fraction of the people because the AI agents are going to, I mean, you're seeing more and more companies. They're like, before you can even get through to a human, you need to go through 15 different questions. You could keep saying, you know, put me through to a representative in the chats or on the phone. It could take you 10 minutes to get through a rep. If they even have any reps. Some companies don't even have any representatives. I had to call a company because something broke and I was trying to figure out how to get it fixed or where to get it fixed. And they didn't even have a phone line. They were just like, email us. And then they didn't get back to me in the email. So yeah, that's kind of the route that we're going. You used to be able to call a company and say, hey, this is broken. Like, where can I get it fixed? And they'll be, oh, well, go to our partner over here and you can get it fixed. No more. You can't do that. It's like, what? So yeah, everything about the world and the economy and everything like that is changing. And so understanding that the big companies, they're looking at all of these technologies and capabilities. And whether they choose Internet Computer, whether they choose Hedera, whether they choose Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, or none of the above, there will be implementations of these capabilities and technologies. And the projects that are doing it and the companies that are doing it now, they are going to be so far ahead that, especially if we're talking about like Internet Computer and the crypto world, like none of these other chains are even going to be able to come close. They're all going to have to tap into Internet Computer if Internet Computer stays ahead, keeps iterating, keeps launching new things, keeps developing new capabilities and technologies for the world, and that people are going to want to use, companies are going to want to use. And if they do that, no other blockchain can come close. None of them. So we'll see kind of where this goes. But personally, it seems like people are starting to realize, whoa, Internet Computer, like there's something big here. Bigger than most of these other chains that have been around for years and promising, oh, a few more months, we're going to have this, a few more months, we're going to have that. And they never actually have any of those things. They never have these technologies. And just in just a matter of a few weeks, we have Caffeine AI launched on Internet Computer that can write you an application right on chain. And as we've covered in previous videos, and Dominic has showed us, they're even going to have an app store that you're going to be able to deploy on the Internet Computer, and the Internet Computer is going to host it. Then a week later, another ecosystem, Compute AI, which is an AI agent DPIN aggregator, was released on Internet Computer. You guys don't see where this is going? I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, to me, this just seems so bullish, and that's not even taken into account. Internet Computer is now the fastest blockchain in the world when you're talking about transaction throughput, peaking over 12,000 transactions per second, and now still above Solana's 3,000 to 6,000 transactions per second. We're seeing the burn rate increasing. We're seeing canister size increasing, which is all these metrics are leading us to one conclusion. And that's more people are using the Internet Computer. More people are investing in the Internet Computer coin. And I think more people are seeing the value of the world computer, which is the Internet Computer. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss a new video. We upload every single day to bring you the latest happening in the financial world. I'll see you guys on the next video. Invest responsibly, do your own research, and crypto on.